Hello guys, in this reaction video I'm going to react to Herobrine4631's latest debunking video about another one of Kermit's videos that he recently made. This is the 6th debunking video he has made total, and I'm probably expecting 17 more of this white text in a black background videos to come up before his actual montage is going to be released, because of the fact that he doesn't really have any friends. Anyway, I'm going to react to this in Kermit's video. He basically exposed a bunch of LFG and Discord bullshit that he did. And most importantly, something I'm going to bring up later, is that his alt account, he's pretending to be a girl despite the fact he's an 18-year-old man, woman, who knows, because of the fact that his gender identity is still unknown to this day. Like, he actually doesn't even know. At least back when I was still friends with him. Anyway, let's read this up. I'm going to stop the video to read the whole text. 47 seconds in and he's already lying. I've already said it so many times that I don't have an ego and that I'm genuinely the best. Nobody thinks you're the best, most importantly because of the fact that you're a toxic little piece of shit and cannot really handle criticism. You are literally the definition of wasted potential, but I'm not gonna go ahead of myself just yet. This is literally just the beginning. That's how the video starts, and it's less than a minute. Apparently he doesn't care about my matchup on him, yet he will go out of his way to talk about it in a video. Sure you don't care, and I got 25 fingers. First of all, what does this mean? I guess this is sarcasm, but you primarily are the first one that always brings up the 7-0 and the 5-2 you got on him. I believe that's the matchup. You didn't do that once, you did that multiple times, and you know, he's also joking about it and just talks about it not more times than you did bring up. It's actually way less, although he's gonna constantly remind you of it, just like you constantly reminded him of the 2 matchups that you got, which by the way basically mean nothing other than the fact that, hey, you did well against him in that particular turf game. Such bullshit. Any proof of the clip? If you can send proof of this clip, oh yeah, because he talked about a clip that he took down. I'm not sure what was exactly in it. I kinda forgot, and maybe I should rewatch the video in full before making this reaction. I don't care. If you can send proof of this clip of me losing, I'll debug the clip if it even exists. Nigga, you're the one that took it down. You did this intentionally just to hide evidence. Any proof that I apparently took it down though? That means what I said. I'll debunk the clip if it exists. Any proof that I apparently took it down though? And it means what I said. Whipping Boy posts 100 kill games against randoms who are casuals. They don't play the comp and either average or bad. And since when was most of the game casuals? I don't know, since the fucking beginning? There were good players out there. There are good players now there. I want you to name one that isn't me on DNT, especially because as soon as we left you just instantly called us. You instantly called us washed just because we weren't friends with you anymore. And you know, that's just sad. If you can't find a lobby with good players, you can just invite a bunch of... Fuck, I cannot read. If you can't find a lobby with good players, you can just invite a bunch of them to a server to play turf. How's it ironic? I got a 105 streak with Aaron Citron so long ago. I remember saying that to me, and outside of the fact we were like 5 years old when that happened. I suck. 7-2 and 5-0 says otherwise. I love how this basically directly contradicts whatever he said, like, at this point in the video. You literally brought this matchups again for the upteenth time, just because of the fact you were salty they called you out for sucking at the game when it's not really true. I've got on a streak of 105. You literally said that again. I've got on a streak of 105, more than 100, and it is a streak. I'm not F tier, but keep coping and destroyed you when you target Bro, can you please stop bringing this up? You always resort to saying the same shit as some sort of defense. Like, I called you out for this being a hit piece, and you said it was basic defense. I don't think this is even basic at this point. I think this is just, like, I don't know, you keep saying the same stuff to defend yourself. I'm not sure that's going to work. And by the way, you've said twice that the fact you go 105th Street. So maybe try not to repeat yourselves? PvZ is in a competitive game. Oh, I actually want to rant about this. There are literally tournaments that happen in this game. Alright, show me proof that there are indeed tournaments that happen in this game. You literally cannot. People do 1v1s and 2v2s all the time. I sometimes see 1v1 posts in the group post page. This proves nothing about the fact that PvZ Gone with 2 is a competitive game. People clearly want to compete. The LFG thing just proves nothing, and you have no proof that tournaments that happen in the game itself. This game will never have a competitive scene and never had a competitive scene. It's always meant to be a casual one. And every single person, including myself, that thought they were a competitive player, quote unquote, they were literally just wasting their time. It's basically a way more elaborate form of self-harm. Beanies is having hosted would completely defeat the purpose of a comp 100 kill game match because he isn't using actual skill. I bet he didn't even participate. He was just salty about that singular detail. It's not that I don't like to talk to anyone. It's that I'd rather not get ganged up on in a GC full of people that don't like me. Where's your English there? I don't really understand. It's pointless, and I know I get taken out of context, so holy lie. I don't really have much to say to this thing. Like, I guess it's kind of understandable. Like, that proves that he's somewhat intelligent. Let what go? You targeting me? When will you admit you were? Because nothing screams, I don't care, by being jumping at me, ignoring others to try and kill me, and trying to attack me the moment the round started. At least when I 5-0'd you. Also, I don't need to flex the score on you to seem good. You aren't good at the game. I bring it up when you try to trash talk. I'm gonna find a way to debunk this some way. I guess I'll think about it for like a few seconds. This is the third time you brought this up. Where's the proof in your clips that he was deliberately trying to ignore this just to focus on you? I bet you don't have it after all these years because Xbox is a shitty platform. No. Yeah, I'll keep going. I should roast this claim like way harder than I did, but no. It did happen. Literally have one of the scores screenshotted. What do you mean, who cares? You're probably the only one who's caring right now. You always say that you bring this up every time you bring the scores up every single time you get pissed just because of the fact that he simply said you suck without any sort of base to his claim, whatever. You seem to be the only one who's caring because you brought that claim up so many times already. Rocky clearly wanted to get a score, so of course he tried. Ah yes, it was just a joke excuse. Good one. He could think it's funny now. Who knows if he posted for the same reason last time. But I personally never found that to be a joke. Like, I'm already sick of this singular event that happened already. You should let it go. It's something that will sit forever in the past, and you're always bringing this up. And this isn't even the first time you brought these two scores multiple times in the course of a single debunking video, or in a single video in general. he plays up his rages for laughs. Oh, he's talking about exploding apple or something that he said on Discord. You should say that about some of his videos, but you have zero proof he played up the rages in God Warfare 1 video. At the time, he could have genuinely meant it, so even if he were to say he didn't, who knows if that's true. The videos are already up. I'm convinced I would be able to figure out if he faked the rages or not by just watching the video once, because I actually have a brain, but I'm not gonna brag about it, otherwise I'm just going to like get contradicted, proven wrong. I love how he says he doesn't care about PvZ, then he proceeds to say he cares in a fun way, and is still caring. Like, to be fair, that's kind of true. You either care for a game or don't care about it. Also, if you don't care about comp, then why post these? Competitive isn't wanting to be good. By the way, even casual players can technically call themselves good because they think they're like it, and they'll just never be able to actually compete. But again, you bring out competitive, and this game doesn't exist. Like, there's no real proof that people actually compete in this game for real life money. That's my definition of competitive. If you have something to say about that, I won't care. These are two thumbnails of the two latest videos that Kermit made. Doesn't make sense now, does it? The slander of me is literally in the core of PvZ. You make the videos to slander me and ruin my reputation in the PvZ community. I'm not a narcissist. I had a challenge for him. I want to, like... I'm not sure if he knows what this word even means. I'm not going to point fingers hard enough though. Take down all your videos of me and prove it. I'll take down mine and we can both stop caring about this pointless drama. Even if you're going to do that, nobody's going to forget about what you did. Just saying. Anything you post on the internet will be permanent. You will never know, but maybe someone on the internet might have saved all your videos from start to end, so even if you delete them, they will still have them and they will keep sharing them to the point everybody is going to watch your now deleted video and make fun of you for making these white text on black background videos. How many times have I said the word videos in a single sentence? I actually want to kill myself. Anyways, if you don't take them down, then you clearly do care about all of these controversy videos or whatever. Watch, he's going to actually accept the trade, and Herobrine just won't delete his shit because he wants to remain in the right. Like, he's not a man of his word. You cannot trust a man like this. You've made way more long-form slander videos on me than anyone else. I mean, that's kind of true, because you're literally the only one making them. The other people that make long-form slander videos on you will just get their shit copyright striked illegally in some way, taken down from you and from your minions because of the fact you just don't like them, and that's just wrong. My proposal still stands though. You can clearly see in the screenshot I said I don't fight cheaters. It's not hiding, especially since they hide behind the sim, since their controller scares them too much. Like it's the... yeah, I have no idea what to say there. It's not hiding, man. I've played against Tony multiple times. And I know for a fact, like, I think he actually did own a sim. And did use it against me in some of the 1v1s I ran against him. Although there's no way to know anymore. Play legit or don't play at all. It's something incredibly aggressive to say. I don't need to compete with people who aren't even able to compete with themselves while you're trying to say a cold line just to make yourself look smart. Great play there. I've already stated I'm not scared. Stop defending cheaters. Foot lettuce is a strike pack? How is he legit? Like, presumably, Kemet's claim is that even if you use a strike back on a controller, you're still technically a controller player. which I don't really agree with. But if that's their mentality, then I'm not necessarily going to harass them or something. So that's something that makes me clearly better than Herobrine. Whipping boy isn't good. Recommend me a good player, not someone you glaze. He won't, and you won't either, because you used to glaze me in D&T just because of the fact we played with you, and you thought that we were actually decent at the game. Like, I'm not gonna elaborate on that take. Apparently, according to Evan, even if you use a strike bang, as long as it's a controller, it's fine. This is literally what he said a minute ago. Like 30 seconds ago, actually. So if someone uses a Zen with a controller, gaining no recoil and more, whenever you put something like and more, this basically means you have nothing else to say. So presumably for you, using a Corona Zen on a controller only means you gain no recoil, which I don't believe that's true. So you aren't even educated enough on the matter. It's not cheating since it's a controller. Unbelievable. I leave since Foot Lettuce uses a strike back and Whip Boy isn't humble enough to fight me since he isn't good and cannot admit that. Yeah. And this sort of harassment is like totally uncalled for, by the way. Using the argument of you haven't fought them, so how do you know they're bad is so weird. So by this logic, it would be impossible to call anyone the best, since they would have to 1v1 everyone who has ever played this game, and that's literally impossible. My officer stands, you can stop harassing me anytime. I don't really know what's your point there. Like, is it really this difficult just to fight them once? Like, if you lose to them against once, it's not like you're necessarily going to become a bad player automatically. One time is acceptable, 2 times it is not. Like, you cannot even you're taking the sentence do or do not, there is no try, a bit too literally there. You literally refuse to try. Anyways, at least the video is almost over, so I can quit rambling about this shit. That isn't an excuse. If someone has lost to someone who is objectively worse than me, why would I fight them? I don't know, maybe that's called dodging. Maybe there's someone that has lost to someone who's worse. Maybe you might be potentially worse than the one who you think is objectively worse than you. Although you will never find it out because you will never run the ones against them. It's basic skill scaling. It's funny to me how I used to agree with everything he said like 1 or 2 years ago, back when I was still friends with this guy. I suck. Stop. I think this is like either the 4th or the 5th time in this singular video he brought the 2 singular matchups he got on Kermit. Like, this is only 2, like, you couldn't even get a 3rd? Like, that's pathetic in my opinion. This is the 5th time he's brought this co-op, almost the same amount of times he's made debunking videos like this, which are basically the same exact shit every time. The name is meant to be satire since I play on controller. This is the same part. You're not addressing the fucking elephant in the room. You're pretending to be an eagle, despite the fact you don't even know what is your gender. Like, I assume you're the straightest male ever, although when I was with you didn't even confirm that even once. That is concerning in my opinion. You're basically dodging the most relevant fact there, and you're only pointing out the same part. Why are you faking to be an eagle? The only person you're going to fool is the max rank gun with the one known as Rivash Maharaj, who actually thought, just because of your profile picture, that you were indeed a female person. Because that guy's a disgusting human being, he will never be a competitive player just because of the fact that his maximum rank. He's just a filthy casual like everybody else in God of War 1. Like, that game in general is just a shitty game. God of War 2 is just better, and I'm not even going to explain in full detail because otherwise 70 minutes of recording, it's going to jump up to 42 if I ramble about how God of War 1 is way shorter than God of War 2, even BFN. I haven't even played BFN, and I just know it's better than God of War 1. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to prevent harassment and for my next montage. Gonna use more public match clips than just 1v1s since my perfect game doesn't change regardless on if I fight potentially good players or not. I'm going to dislike it. Nah, I'm already unsubscribed. Actually, I can dislike directly from the video itself. I don't even have to remove the full screen. Yeah, I know you're better than his... I know you're better than this Herobrine. Please delete your debunking videos already.